One well-known local economist is urging the UNC to put an end to the recount in the 4 remaining marginal constituencies so that a government can be installed to deal with the worrying COVID-19 crisis. Sunil Lalla has more.
It's been 4 days after the August 10th general election, and recounts in 4 constituencies are yet to be completed. On Tuesday, Watson Duke called off his recount in Tobago shortly after it began, and the PNM's Faris Al-Rawi declared victory on Thursday evening when the recount was successfully completed for San Fernando West. And with the number of COVID-19 cases rapidly increasing, Economist Dr. Terence Farrell, via this Facebook post, urged the remaining 4 UNC candidates to stop the recount for the sake of the country. Dr. Terence Farrell is concerned that the exponential increase in cases could soon overwhelm the Cora and Couva hospitals. On Thursday alone, TNT witnessed the highest jump in COVID-19 cases, recording 78. Dr. Farrell says although there is still a government in place, it has limited functionality to take any immediate measures needed to deal with the rising numbers.
After an election, the Prime Minister and ministers, according to the Constitution, remain in office, but they are not functional, and therefore the ability to act and to take meaningful decisions is limited. In addition to which, you don't have a parliament at all.
The Economist believes the UNC knows the recount does not make sense since the margin of defeat is not very close and will not overturn any election result. But he says the candidates who have asked for a recount can stop the process and still have their election concerns dealt with at the courts.
If it is that you continue to have a concern about the election result in a constituency, then the law provides a mechanism for that through an election petition that you can file, take it to court, bring the evidence, and have the court deal with the matter.
Dr. Farrell says he is unsure what the UNC's motivation is to continue with the recount, but believes the party's democratic right is also dependent on other people's lives. Sunil Lalla, TTT News.
Mr. Faris Al-Rawi says he is eager to get back to the Parliament to implement regulations due to the rising number of COVID-19 cases. TNT recorded a total of 78 cases on Thursday, 45 of which were pending epidemiological investigation. Mr. Al-Rawi, who is tipped to return as Attorney General, believes the new government needs to get down to business to deal with the COVID-19 regulations. Speaking to reporters after the recount of the San Fernando West seat on Thursday evening, Mr. Al-Rawi chastised the UNC for delaying the swearing in of a new government to deal with the virus.
As you know, COVID is best managed, as we have demonstrated, by way of regulations. I'm anxious to sit as a cabinet to deal with the COVID regulations. We have been locked out of treating with the COVID regulations whilst the UNC has delayed the country in the inevitability of the PNM government.
He added that while the recount for the San Fernando West constituency was completed, recounts at other marginals are proceeding slowly.
The process that we in San Fernando West have enjoyed, I can't say that the rest of the country enjoys that process. I'm told in Sangre Grande that they barely got through a couple of boxes, and I'm told in St. Joseph that they did not have a good experience, that there is a consistent delay by the UNC.
Mr. Al-Rawi believes it is important for the Chief Medical Officer to sit with the Prime Minister and Cabinet to decide on measures to be taken to deal with the surge in COVID-19. He also said only when this is done can COVID-19 regulations be implemented or amended.